So as we all know, Charles Oliveira just had a very dominant performance over Beneil Dariush at UFC 289, and I cannot believe what I am seeing online. The fans talking about how much Beneil Dariush sucks. I have a little bit of a reply to that because I think that is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to talk about it in just a second. I do want to say before we get into the video though, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Beneil Dariush. So, I have seen it everywhere, and I'm sure you've seen it too. It's like people posting stuff with the titles, like, of course, something along the lines of, "It's time to have this conversation, Beneil Dariush fans. He was never that good," while everybody was picking Beneil Dariush to beat Charles Oliveira, myself included. I thought Beneil was going to win the fight. He was looking okay at the beginning, but man, Charles' striking power seems to be on another level. Something that we forgot. We're counting Charles Oliveira out, and I made the mistake of doing that again. A long time ago, I said I was done counting Charles Oliveira out, and look what he did. But, in conversation for another time, I cannot believe that people are talking like about Dariush like he's just some no-name lightweight now. All of the sudden, Beneil Dariush, like, I don't even know how to really argue this because Beneil has proven time and time again that he belongs at the top of the division. The question you guys should be asking is Beneil one of the greats? That you could say no, or you know what, he could compete to the greats, but Beneil belongs at the top of the division, man. That performance against Gamrot sold it, and his skill sets have been shown over and over again, and people keep pointing back to some wins like he had, for example, his win over Tony Ferguson. Well, he beat an old Tony Ferguson, as Tony Ferguson wasn't the same, and prime Tony Ferguson would have beat Beneil Dariush. I'm like, no, that same performance probably would have happened. It would have probably been just a little bit more difficult for Beneil to do. You could match up Beneil with the same guys at the top of the division, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje. Beneil would have a very, very good shot at winning, and quite frankly, I would pick Dustin Poirier to beat him. But Justin Gaethje, he'd probably get taken down and beat up. That's my guess what would happen. And if you want to talk about Michael Chandler, they're going to get into a slugfest, and Michael Chandler's going to lose that slugfest. Like, he belongs at the top of the division. You want to match him up with everybody else? Fiziev, I bet you can take down Fiziev. You know? Everybody that you talk about, like, I would love to see him fight Arman Tsarukyan. That's a competitive fight. Like I said, that performance against Gamrot sold it for me. I don't know how high you guys are on a Gamrot, but Gamrot, in my opinion, look, he made a competitive fight with Arman. That's crazy. Nobody does that. One guy did that. And I honestly still love Beneil Dariush's matchup chances against Islam Makhachev more than I love a rematch with Charles Oliveira. His scrambles are something else. He was controlling Charles Oliveira on the ground. He was doing very well. I believe that while I would still pick Islam to win the fight, I believe he's on a different level. Beneil is up there. Beneil belongs. And people are saying like, okay, well, Beneil sucks and Charles Oliveira is just on another level. Why don't we talk about this? Why don't we just say, like, instead of Beneil Dariush sucks because Charles Oliveira beat him, how about we say something along the lines of, like, how good Islam Makhachev is because he was the guy who's able to stop the monster that is Charles Oliveira. Look at Charles Oliveira in all of his wins. What he did to Beneil Dariush, he does to everybody. Why aren't we talking about, like, Dustin Poirier sucking? Why aren't we talking about Michael Chandler sucking? Why are we only talking about Beneil Dariush sucking? That makes zero sense. How about Islam Makhachev is just that good? It has nothing to do with Beneil. Islam Makhachev was able to stop the monster and Beneil wasn't, just like the rest of the lightweight division. He went on an insane win streak. Both of them. Like, this is crazy to me. And I can't believe, like, a fighter loses one fight, and the disrespect is just insane to me. Could you imagine being Beneil Dariush going online and reading people saying, wow, he lost to Charles Oliveira, guess he's not that good. Like, Charles Oliveira was the champion and had one of the most, like, fun, dominating championships we've seen in a long time. It's crazy, man. It is crazy, but honestly, this is where I want to leave it up to you guys, because I think I got my point across. Let me know what you think down below. What do you think about Beneil Dariush? What do you think about this entire conversation that has been going on? I would love to hear from you in the comments, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button. It will help out the channel a ton, and subscribe if you are brand new on the screen right now if you'd like to continue watching the Clenbat channel. There are 2 fantastic videos on the screen right here for you to check out. Either that, or I will see you in the next video that you choose to watch. Take care, guys.